Yeah, and Kane has been an early adopter of the Millennial Slackers Guide, which teaches you about adult subjects so that you don't get taken advantage of. And we write about business, money, health, and relationships. And being Kane is a dentist, he falls into the health category. So he's been giving us some great articles on what to look out for when it comes to your teeth, also what you can be doing to make sure that your mouth remains healthy so that it doesn't impact the rest of your body as well, which it can definitely do. So what we're going to do is start with Kane. Kane, do you remember how we met?
I assume it was through Rotaract, kind of networking and charity events, right?
Yeah, so Kane and I met at Beaches Rotaract, Young Professional Service Club. We ended up sitting next to each other um, on the first meeting we both went to, and we've been hanging out ever since. So that's been a great reason why to get involved in the community and to meet people such as Kane, who is making an impact in the community, especially in Ponte Vedra, since you grew up here. And you come from a long lineage of dentists. Tell us, why did you decide to become a dentist?
Yeah,
Of
that's
all
right.
of all things, like who wants to be a dentist?
Um, you mentioned Rotaract. I think that's shout out to them. They're doing a lot of stuff in our community, and it's a lot of young leaders who I think are going to be the future of this city. So a good way to meet some people who are going to be the leaders, and also a way to give back. With dentistry, it's interesting sitting here in the middle of a work week on Zoom Live in my little coffee shop, as opposed to working in patients. That's what I want to be doing, helping out patients. But we're a little upside down with the coronavirus. Us as dentists, we're not really allowed to work, I guess, by governor's orders to limit the spread. We're right in people's mouths, so we don't want this thing to spread, which it already has. And then save supplies for the hospitals. They need supplies more than us. Now, all dentists are going to be available to see emergency patients. So if you're wondering what happens if all these dentists are shut down right now, I, myself, all the dentists in the community are available. If you have an issue, call me, call your dentist, use a teledental company. Those are becoming much more popular. Wally Health is a dental company that you can do virtual consults and have your questions answered. So we do want to eliminate, if you do have a toothache, from going to the hospital, because
Yeah.
hospitals, well, they need to be used for coronavirus, and we want to limit supplies that we're using so they can use them. Anyway, so I do come from a long lineage of dentists in the healthcare field. I was born into a family where my dad's a dentist, my mom's a hygienist, my uncle's a dentist, my grandfather's a dentist. That doesn't necessarily make you a dentist, but gives you quite a background into the healthcare field. Grandfather started out practice here in 1918 in Jacksonville. So that's kind of when all this started. He was in World War I, and that winded down in 1918 and moved to Jacksonville and opened his dental practice right downtown here. So it gives me a great involvement and passion for this community. Also, I got a message here. I don't think I have audio, or you can see me.
Yeah, so I'm live on Facebook. If there's a way I could share my screen, that would be wonderful.
All right, you want me to keep going, or are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well keep rolling. We're still on Zoom and got it recorded.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're gonna have technical difficulties with this.
Yeah,
That's
first
part
go
of it.
around, we're gonna make mistakes, but that's the beauty of it.
So the point of that background, though, is I was raised in an environment where health is important, and so important that my family, they raised me to not have any sugar in my diet until I was 10 years old. And that seems pretty drastic for a kid. And at the time, I thought it was terrible. But looking back, I think that's pretty impressive what my parents did, because we're learning that diet can affect so much, not only with your teeth, but your overall health. And that's what I want to do with my audience that I have as a dentist, is going to be able to educate people and have them make their own decisions, and kind of use your platform as well, Josh, with Millennial Slacker, and talk about not only your health, but how can it save you money? How can we work on preventative medicine, preventative dentistry, and save money in the long run here? So long background, but that's what we're all about, and that's what I want to get across today.
Yeah, and for anyone watching on Facebook Live, we should have audio now. I'm not sure about video. we are doing this on Zoom and recording it, so we'll be able to repost it. So we at least have audio. It looks like your mom's on, so she
Good.
could
My
hear us.
number one fan.
Yeah, how did your mom and dad meet? Since she's a hygienist.
Through the dental care community, just being in
Hmm.
the field together.
Yeah, that's that's crazy. So the subject today is put your money where your mouth is. And we were chatting the other day, Kane, how your mouth is a gateway to the rest of the body. So obviously we go to the dentist. I go there, you either give me the thumbs up, hey, everything looks good, or you tell me, hey, we need to fill some cavities, or we need to do this, do that. I know you've been getting on me about getting a retainer because your teeth can shift as you grow older, no matter what your age is. I think what you told me, your teeth are always, prone to move.
They are.
Um, so tell us how your mouth and being good with your teeth can affect, the rest of your body, not just having a nice smile.
Absolutely. I want to make this as educational as possible, and that's my job. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want to educate you so you can make these decisions. Our overall healthcare in America has become very reactive as opposed to proactive. So you get sick, and maybe you're starting to get sick every year. And why is that happening? Well, maybe it's because of your diet, your habits, your exercise, something like that being preventable. But what do? We go to the doctor and we say, give me a pill to fix it. Well, that's going to maybe fix it for a little bit, but is that going to work long term? So in dentistry, kind of the same thing. We want to be preventative and educate you so that down the road you can have not only a healthy mouth, but yes, a healthy body. So everything's going through the mouth. It is the gateway to your body. And we're learning more and more of this connection of bacteria in your mouth
You're telling
affecting
me if I
other
don't
organs.
floss, not only will it mess up my teeth, it could affect other parts of my body.
Yeah, so I'll take you down this road, but there's an argument to be made where I can say if you start flossing, and flossing is going to be just the topic for preventative medicine,
Hmm.
flossing, eating healthy, exercising, those sort of things. Yeah, but we're going to focus on flossing. It can save your health. It can save your life. It can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. It can save our country billions of dollars in healthcare.
Yeah.
It can do that because these things are connected. So think about all the bacteria that's going into your mouth, the plaque that's on your teeth.
Hmm.
Uh, it's affecting your gums. Your gums get inflamed and swollen. Think about a cut on your arm. You wouldn't leave that there for
Right.
years and years and years, but your gums can be inflamed for years and years and years. And we have two sorts of data. One is that they'll dissect dead people's hearts after they had a heart attack, they had heart disease, and they're
Hmm.
actually seeing the bacteria in the mouth in that person's heart. So there's
Really?
direct evidence relating to these people.
So it goes
Uh,
from my teeth to my heart.
it's all connected. Yeah. And then there's statistical data too. So you look at the percentage of people with periodontal disease, gum disease, and then those people, how likely are they going to have heart disease versus the healthy population? Much more
Hmm.
likely, over 50%. And heart disease is the number one killer in the United States.
It
We
is.
spend billions of dollars in our healthcare system just fighting heart disease. And I'm telling you that this can be preventable by reducing gum disease. How do you reduce gum disease? Flossing. So there is a connection there. Yeah, if everyone flosses, are we really going to save billions of dollars in our national economy? Maybe, maybe not. There's a lot of other factors into this, but that is
Yeah.
one
I mean,
easy preventable factor.
so many of us just rely on our dental insurance. Be like, oh, I got dental insurance. I don't got to worry about it. If I have anything wrong, it's gonna pay for it. But I believe that's a big no-no to have that mindset.
Dental insurance is great for emergencies, and I think I would say that for all insurances. Now, if your company provides it, hey, even better. That's wonderful. But you got to think the insurance companies, they run the numbers. They're the ones with the giant buildings downtown.
Yep.
They are winning this game financially. You're not going to come out on top. Now, you need insurance. You need insurance for emergency procedures, but
Mhm.
you do need to be careful of that. I would say the best insurance is preventative medicine, taking care of your body, taking care of your teeth. Um, in that way, you're not going to end up in these situations. A
Yeah.
lot of the insurance companies now are seeing the same data. And so what they're doing, the insurance company, they have their dental insurance and their medical insurance, but it's the same insurance. So a lot of them are providing 4 dental cleanings a year. they know that if they can get their patients to go to the dentist to have preventative care to reduce gum disease, they're going to save a ton of money long term by having less people with the big issues like heart disease, like diabetes, like Alzheimer's, all these things that can be prevented by reducing inflammation of the mouth, which means reducing gum disease.
So what's the one thing people need to start doing today that maybe they're not doing or not doing enough of?
I would say get in habits. If you're in the younger audience, your gums are probably healthy right now. They just haven't had enough time to deteriorate. Maybe they are starting to get unhealthy, but it's a function of time too. So if you can get in these habits now, you're going to save your teeth in the long run. You're going to save your health in the long run. You're going to save a lot of money in the long run too. So creating those habits, eating healthy too, trying to eliminate sugars from your diet, and simple things is flossing daily, brushing your teeth twice a day, and then going on to exercise and all sorts of things. The point is, it's all connected, and it's not just go see your dentist for this and it doesn't connect to your heart doctor, your physician for that. And we're lucky in Jacksonville, there's a movement of this, and everyone's starting to talk to each other, and the cardiologists are talking to the dentist, and they're talking to the integrative medicine folks, the holistic medicine, and everyone's kind of working together, which we're lucky. So talk to your dentist.
Collaboration is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So you said something start doing. What's something people should stop doing? Because I know as a dentist, obviously, like any job, the more work that you put into something, the higher the bill is going to have to be. Whether you're a professional basketball player, putting in hours, personal trainer, or even a someone who's working overtime, you're going to get paid more. Obviously, I come in, I haven't had any issues yet with my teeth. You look at them, goes, everything's good. I'm sure those are the ideal clients for you, because you don't want to see people ruining their teeth. You'd rather them come in and see everything's good, see you in 6 months, see you in 3 months. So what's something people should stop doing?
I mentioned before, stop putting the bad things into your body. The mouth is the gateway to the body, and there's poisons you can put in your body, and there's health that you can put in your body. Most of the American diet that we have, it's poison. I mean, it's high in carbohydrates, processed foods. So I try and eliminate that. Now, don't do this drastically. Be realistic, but decrease the amount of poisons, if you will, high sugar foods, and increase the amount of natural foods, natural fruits, vegetables. You can even, natural meats, things like that, nuts. Those are all going to help not only with your teeth, but overall system.
I think a bit, yeah, and I've just seen that there's a big mindset change when you have older people versus younger people. Older people seem like they worked really hard and they have all this money accumulated, but it seems like a lot of them neglected their health and didn't really live a balanced life. Versus nowadays, it seems like balance is really the way to go. So can you share a story maybe of someone who didn't take care of their teeth, to not scare people, but just to inform them on what can happen over time, because time is the great equalizer?
Yeah, it does happen a lot. I would say I'm going to go two different routes here. One is the bacteria route, where you have got up in your work cycle. And I understand going to the dentist is probably the last thing on people's list, but I'm trying to educate that it should be on the forefront here. But you haven't gone in a while, and you have that bacteria build up that's sitting on your gums. One, it's going to cause this periodontal disease. Peri means around, just the gums, and you're going to lose bone around the teeth. You'll lose bone around the teeth. Eventually, they're going to fall out. You're going to look at a dentist for time, huge progression of diet and taking care of your teeth. But yeah, we see it happen. The point is that you can kind of be educated now, get on the front of this. That'll be much easier. And then you mentioned how it's multifactorial here, where you have some patients that maybe their teeth are healthy, but in our American lifestyle, we're on the go so much. Your job's really stressful. We're seeing over 50% of the population having grinding habits of their teeth. So it may be subconscious, maybe when they're driving to work, stressed out in a meeting, they'll grind their teeth and wear them down flatter and flatter and flatter. Now, you might not notice this after a year, but 10, 20 years down the road, it's going to wear your teeth out.
It's like I'm looking at my teeth right now, like saying, like, are they all right? because you got me thinking a little bit.
I think you're good. I think those things are
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But that
I flossed
happens,
before I
and
came on here.
excellent, excellent. And it's something that I think we're on the go so much in the American lifestyle. And right now, people are stressed out. They're stressed out because they have too much time. Well, you got to utilize your time right now. And you could say this as well. You got to balance things. I think it's the time right now to be productive, try and catch up on some stuff, but also focus on exercise, meditation, whether it be religion, something to also relax the mind and not just be on the go, on the go, on the go, to reduce the stress levels. We're the most stressed out country in the world. And those things have factors on not only grinding your teeth, but your heart as well. So
Yeah.
it's all connected.
Yeah, I remember watching a documentary, and they measured the happiness of a gentleman who was he pulled carts for a living.
Okay.
Had like a family of 12 in India, and they measured his happiness to the happiness of the middle class American, and they had the exact same amount of happiness. And he pulls a cart and runs people around the town for a living and lives in a hut.
And he's happy.
He's just as happy as a middle class American.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it. You got to appreciate the little things, maybe.
Yeah. So, what sort of good do you think can come out of this coronavirus with everyone, especially as a dentist, you're currently not working right now. So how are you doing?
Like I said, I'm trying to balance things. You try and balance your pleasure and your production. So on a production standpoint, we're doing a lot of education. And a lot of education nowadays, you can be doing it online and learning different procedures, different techniques, educating on overall health, like I'm presenting right now. And then telehealth, teledentistry, it's booming right now. And I think this is a push over the edge to get it there. And it's going to create a much bigger access to care. Like I mentioned, Wally Health, they're growing like crazy right now because it's an easy ability where you can log into your computer, pick up the phone, and speak with a dentist. And this goes for health as well, but speak with a dentist and kind of get a head start on some questions you may have. Maybe you have a crown that came off or filling that came out during this coronavirus time. Do you need to be seen now? Can you get set up for an appointment when you get back? Do you need an antibiotic right now? And just some peace of mind to answer those questions. And I think that the virtual dentistry, the teledentistry, I think that's going to be a real big positive coming out of this. For a nation, I hope that everyone really realizes that we're moving too fast and we need this break. Now, it's hard for me personally, and for a lot of people, if you're on the go all the time, your mind wants to move, but it is nice to have a breather, have some relaxation. We always complain about moving too fast, and heck, this is the time to relax.
Before I came to your dental practice, I just felt like a cog in a system per se. I'd come, I'd talk, I'd be like, I've met these people 3 or 4 times. They still don't even like remember me. So it's nice having a personal touch that you do at Sears Family Dentistry in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida.
Thank you. Yeah, and we pride ourselves on that, being around for so long.
I feel like you guys know me better than I know you, and it makes me feel guilty a little bit.
Maybe that's part of it, but no, we care about the patients. We want to be involved and help them throughout their dental health, their overall health, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, and leads me to something that we spoke about the other day. I just went ahead and put a link in the comments of this documentary you mentioned. I think it's called Say Ah.
Say Ah, yeah. It's a documentary just about that connection between the oral health and the overall health, and just how our country is moving in the wrong direction. And we need to be moving in the right direction. Wrong direction meaning reactive medicine, right direction meaning proactive, preventative care, integrated medicine, connecting all these doctors and all these systems together. And that's where I kind of say that, look, if you floss your teeth, you could save the country billions by reducing the inflammation in your mouth, reducing incidence of heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, some of these very costly diseases that America is leading the world in.
Yeah, I mean, every time I floss, I just feel like my mouth is clean.
It is.
It just makes me feel good.
You got to think when you brush your teeth, you get 50% of the surfaces, but you never get right between the teeth. The only way to do it is with floss.
Yeah. And I'm sure we've all met that person who's a little bit older than us, and they look nice, and then they smile, and they have these, dirty teeth. And I was like, man, I do not want to be that person. I want to make sure that I take care of my teeth, because um, first impressions are important. And, seeing your teeth, having a nice smile, is definitely something that can turn people off. And not that anyone is scary, but I mean, it's just the fact of the world that we live in.
You're not going to be that person, Josh. I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got a good
Not letting
dental.
it happen.
Yeah, you'll kick my butt if I start slacking.
That's right. Um, what's our time limit here? Do you want to go over some, hot topics like everyone thinks fluoride's bad or fluoride's good, or charcoal toothpaste or anything like that? Or we got to sign
Yeah,
up?
I mean, let's just end with what's one thing like people need to be aware of that marketing or influencers are shoving down people's throat just to make a
That's fair,
buck or
yeah.
two.
So general discussion, I would say, for all these things,
I know
whether
charcoal toothpaste is big.
yeah, whether it be charcoal toothpaste, Smile Direct Club, is fluoride good, is fluoride bad? Talk to the experts. Don't listen to everything you see on TV. Don't listen to everything you see on social media. Social media marketing, oh my gosh, it's amazing what they're doing. And they convince people. They convince me. You drink a Mick Ultra and you're going to be the healthiest person in the world.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, right?
Uh-huh.
But the marketing, they know the human brain, so be careful what they're doing, and do your own research and do your own diligence for what facts that you see. Watch the
Where's some
documentary.
good like if I didn't want to come see you and bother you and ask you a question, what's some good resources I can use as since we have the power of the internet at our fingertips?
I think you have to follow the national organizations, the American Dental Association for Dentistry, the CDC's given good stats out there for the coronavirus. I know some people are even skeptical of that, saying that there are these faulty organizations and they have their own angles and things. Maybe not. I don't think that you can rely on that. I would be careful looking at the brands, though, the pharmaceutical companies. They are one of the leaders in our economy right now, and they're pushing their products. So, I mean, you turn on the TV and all the commercials, they're for different drugs. Is that really a good thing? Do we want to be prescribing drugs for every little thing, or can we look again at the overall system, the overall person? In my case, not just the mouth, and how can we solve that problem from maybe a diet standpoint, as opposed to a pill standpoint?
Yeah, the brain's very powerful, and if we think we need something, we can trick ourselves even to becoming sick when we're not. If we start thinking, negative thoughts versus being positive, it's like, hey, my tooth hurts a little bit. Let me just go see that, Kane, pay out of pocket. He'll look at it and be like, oh, this is nothing. Or I remember one time I got a cavity and they drilled down too low, and I thought I was going to need a root canal. And I just kind of waited, and I was like, I think this is going to get good. And my mouth adapted.
The body recovers well if you let it heal. Now, that's not always going to work, but yeah, sometimes the body's an amazing thing of how it can heal and how it can adapt, like you said. And yeah, you're absolutely right.
So I didn't want to get a root canal. I was like, I'm gonna wait, see what happens. If it persists, then we'll do something. But let's just see how my body can change, because our bodies are always changing. From 20 to 30, 10 to 20, 5 to 7, 30 to 40. We're always adapting and getting better.
And also in medicine, in my field in dentistry, we know a lot, but there's still a lot of unknown, and things could change. I'll use fluoride for example. Some people may need fluoride right now if they have a high cavity risk. Some people may not. Some people may think it's poison. Some people may not. Right now, the data doesn't show any harms from the amount of fluoride you're using in toothpaste.
Yep.
I respect people that are scared of that, because I know that data could change, but I have to practice on what we know now, and weigh the cost and weigh the benefits and see what's best for that patient. So know that in medicine, we're not perfect right now, and we're not going to be for years and years and years and years, but we do know a lot, and you have to trust the data that we do have and trust the experts in the field.
Yeah, everything's changing so fast. It's really hard to adapt. I mean, a few hundred years ago, cavities didn't really even exist. From what I've read, I'm not sure if that's true or not.
more than a few hundred, thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Cavities come from carbohydrates and sugars. We didn't have those in our diets back in the day.
Yeah.
So, we have skulls of these Neanderthal people with
Yeah.
perfect teeth, no
Yeah.
cavities at all. They didn't
Didn't need
have that in their
dentists. We
body.
didn't need dentists.
Didn't need dentists. I wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, there'd be no dentists if
That's it.
wasn't for those things. So I mean, that's a good thing. If you don't want to go to the dentist, stop eating carbs and
Yeah,
candy. But
perfect.
most of us, obviously, moderation is key. And
Yeah.
this was a lot of good insight from Kane Sears from Sears Family Dentistry. Really good guy, good surfer. If I've heard correctly from the community, I've never seen him surf. I've never surfed, but it's been a breath of fresh air going to a dental practice where I actually know the people that work there and they actually know me. And so, Kane, anything like to drop in before we sign off here?
No, you did a great job. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for having me. I like what Millennial Slacker's doing. I think that you're moving ahead of the curve here and getting everyone on the same page of what they should be doing across the board.
Yeah, so check out Kane's articles on the Millennial Slackers Guide. There's a few of them. One is Smiles, the shortest distance between two people. He has another one, how, from a real dentist, talking about the overall health system that he spoke about today. So check out his articles under the health section, Millennial Slackers Guide, which educates people the best ways to focus on business, money, health, relationships, basically a go-to guide for everything they didn't teach us in school. So that's all we got. I'm gonna go ahead and end this Facebook Live video. And
Josh, one more thing. We got the Jaguars draft coming up. Are we going to get another quarterback, or are we going to actually be smart and draft some players around Minshew?
I guess we have to stick with Minshew because Foles put his house up for sale.
Minshew's our guy. I like it.